morning, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. Welcome to my channel. Make sure that's there. So this is just a coffee break, crafting time. It won't be a long video. Well, I hope it won't be a long video. But what I was doing is I was wanting dangles for my Christmas journal. And I've come across the little angels before, but I found the trees online. It was on one of those origami things. But what I did was I did that, and I thought, you know, that looks quite nice. That looks nice hanging off the spine. I've still not quite finished this, but I think I'll probably have it on the spine. It would look nice hanging from the pages. It's got a big large bead in it, so it's no good putting it there. But you could put a button, you know, you could stick a button on there and have a button, and that would flatten it. So we will try that. Also the trees, but I did the trees a little bit bigger, and these are also nice things that you can do with kids, you know, the run up to Christmas, and making decorations, making tags to stick on parcels. I've just wrote season's greetings and Merry Christmas. I was just scribbling about. But the little angels, I think they're quite cool, and I have seen them in one of the Facebook groups, and they had lace coming down, so that would be you know, something else that you could do. So what I've done is I've done a freebie for you. So this is the angels, and it's just all it is just half a circle and the little angels, but this probably will be, these angels circles will be bigger than that. If you've got a circle punch, you can punch your own out. You can have any size circle you want. I've just done these. You know, you can use a sort of like a bobbin. So with the magic of editing, I'm going to go away and I'm going to cut these out, and I will see you in a bit. Right, I'm back. So I've cut out the half circles. So there's 4 the same size, and then there's the 2 smaller ones, so they're for the trees. I cut out all the circles, but to let you know that you can do them in smaller. These are 2.5 inches. The circles on the page are 2.5 inches, so I just put 3 together and cut them out at 2, and then put 3 together and cut them out at 1.5. So I think we'll do the trees first, and we'll do this one. So what I am going to do is I'm going to ink round them. I'm just using seal brown. Wrong colour. I've just put brown on my red. Never mind. You can wash these, but when they get really dilapidated, I wouldn't bother. What you do is, and you'll notice that I've put hearts and stars. So what I do is I fold it kind of just over 1/3. No, that's the halfway mark there, and you just practice. And then what I do is I bring this one back, and I just mark it up there. And what I did do was I printed coffee dyed paper on the back of the page so that it would look like that. And then once you've got that bit, you just fold that one round like that, and there's your tree. But what I am going to do is I'm going to open it out, and I'm going to ink round this. Do it again. So we just turn it over, turn that one over and match that side up to there, and then turn that one round like that. Now I don't mind that bit there, but if you want, whoops, You can cut it round. I'll just use a... That's no good. I can't remember what I used. Anyway, if you just slightly... No. I'll just... Probably better on that side. That's it. I've got this and it's all come untangled. So this is just garden string that I got in Cyprus, and I brought it home with me. And what I usually do is I stick that in there, or you can put one in there and one in there, and it will make a mark on it, you know. This will, because this is quite strong, but what I'll do is I'll just put it in the bottom one. And what I am going to use is I'm going to use a tiny little bit of tape just to position my twine, just so I can get it to sit nice. So I'm just putting it in the middle. I'm going to take that off. Whoop. And that's, I don't measure it, I just cut it up what I think is right. That's 7 inches. So 7 inches, probably round about there, and then I just match the... And if you've got any bits of tape that's sticking over, just fold them in. And then it's this side that you want to glue, the shorter side. I'll stick a bit over that. And then fold it over. And then again, just the shorter side. If you know, you can just do a little bit if you like it to sort of like stand out a bit. You know, if you don't want it flat, like I didn't do the edges, so you can still get bits on that. And there we are. And now I've got beads. I'm not sure if some of these beads will. That probably will. But you can use a little bit of garden wire or something, just tie it round. I think this is going to be 2. Yeah. So we'll just, I've got some big wooden beads, but I've also got some bells. And I've got some larger bells if I need them, because the bells on the trees. And these I got, they're quite cheap. I think they were, I think I got them from the range. See what make they are, but I think I got them from the range, and then I just put that down. And if you want, you can put a little bit of glue on your thread. And there we are. And if you wanted, you could stamp some little bits on there. You can put little dangles. We'll look at decorating them, so we'll put that to one side. We'll do a smaller one. Now the smaller ones haven't got anything on them, so again I'll just put it over halfway, and it's just a guess. It's just what looks right to me. Then I bring, hang on, I'm doing it the wrong way. Silly me. It doesn't matter, you could have it that way if you wanted. Then bring that one to match that. So if you can't if you don't have a printer and you can't download, you can use a plate, on your nice papers, and then cut it in half and make these. So this is kind of, I've done this as a thank you because I really appreciate everybody's support. I started this channel 3 years ago, and I didn't think, I'm nearly at 6,000 subscribers. So if you're watching and you like what you see and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and you can click on the bell and that'll give you notifications. But yeah, so I do my Tuesday treasures, they'll carry on, but I do freebies every now and again, just again as a thank you. So I'll just do this one, and if you don't want to use a thick string, I've got some of this now. This isn't twine, this is elastic. I'm not quite sure, I got this years ago in Spain. I think it's jewellery elastic, and you can see because it's starting to go brown. But I thought it's been in my drawer that long, it needs using, so that's exactly what I'm doing. So again, I'm just going to put that in there, pull that off, get my 2 bits, and then glue them first, silly woman. I don't have to do some silly things. I get carried away with my crafting. I make more mistakes than enough. But don't we all? But that's how we learn. And just put some. So if you've got any like jewellery thread, or the kids' jewellery, and it's like the plastic thread, that would be just as good. Oh, remember to do the short side, and again the short side. I'm just and I've got some of these as well. They're like tree lights, but I think this is probably a little bit too big for this one. Yeah, it needs a bead on it, so I think we might get one of these beads on it. We'll try one of these, and it's like red and green. And the beads I get from Temu. I think these were just plastic beads. I've got some wire here. I think it was a bit of this. So all I do is, this is 28 gauge, so it's quite thin. Cut a piece off. And just use it like a needle. Just poke them in there. Might need to nip the end together. That's it. And then just take your wire off, and there we have it. We have our nice little, and again I always put a little bit of glue. And then I pop it down and I just leave it. So we'll do with the heart, or the over halfway. give it a nice fold, then bring that down. And this is nice with book page as well. I've done a couple with book page, and but I've put them somewhere and I can't remember where I've put them, so I'll not be able to show you. And there we are, we have the edges don't meet perfect, but does it really matter? It's a rustic Christmas tree. I have like one of those white trees. I've seen them in the States as well. White trees with just the branches. A lot of people use them for weddings, and that's what ours were used for. My son's wedding, they were in the centre, so I got one. And at Christmas I always decorate it with, because I always make baubles and that for the kids, so these will go on that as well as on my journals. So we'll put a bit more. Now I've got some red, and again it's elastic, so you can use you know, the different cottons, you can use embroidery floss, whatever you want. Put the raggy edge at the bottom, Julie. Okay, so I'm just placing that in the middle. I'm not, it's just so it doesn't hang over. And then we'll put that on there. And then glue your short side. And if you know, if you don't want to use your glue, you can just stick it down with tape. It's entirely up to you. It doesn't have to be any specific. You don't have to do it perfect. I'm just scribbling this on. So I mean, they're quite quick. And as I say, they're quite good for doing with kids, because there's nothing, you know, you can do cut all the half circles out and everything. You know, if you don't want your children messing on with scissors and things like that. And I think what we might do is we might put some small beads. I've got these seed beads, some red ones here. I don't know how big. We'll try it anyway. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll know not to use them next time. Oh, it's worked. And then we'll try a cream one. And these I get from the range. It's just a cheapy, it's like a home department type store. It does all sorts of things. And we'll put another red one on. And then we'll pull that off. And again, I mean, you can tie, you know, you can tie a knot in that to keep your beads on if you want. I just tend to put a little bit of glue. Put a little bit of glue on that, because I think I didn't put enough. I didn't put it high enough up the elastic. And again, we'll just leave that like that. Trees. So we'll leave them there, and we'll start doing the angels. So I mean, out of that you can make 4 or 5, you can make 6 trees. I've still got them left, so we'll put them up there because I will do them a bit later. Alright, so I'm going to do the larger one first. Just going to sort out my, so we'll have that with that, we'll have that with that. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to decide which one's going to be your wing. So you can see you've got a half circle there, half circle there, and a half circle there. So I usually pick the one with the plainest amount on it, and then I fold it in half like that, and I ink round it. Is I stick the wings down. So that's the wings, and then the front of the angel, it kind of sits like that. So this is the one that you have your thread in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to stick my thread. I'm going to use black thread. Again, this is a bit shorter, and again I'm using a bit, the only reason I'm using sticky tape is because this is a video and it's easier for me to get the thread stuck down, and then I can get the glue on it. So I want that as close to the middle as possible. There we are. No. What I'm doing is I'm shoving the glue clog back in, I think. Alright, and then we close that up. And then I decide where I want that. So that's kind of about it. So I'm going to put glue on the top half on both sides, because half of it's going to go around this one, and then we put that back in again and just slide it into place. And then this goes in the middle like so. So we'll and I mean, if you want to be precise and you want to get it directly in the middle, I just guess. If it looks right to me, it's fine. What I want is I want a nice bead. These have been an old necklace, and they were on a chain, and they were like pins, so I'm just opening that up, straightening it out. I'm going to try and pull that out. There we are. And that might go in there without any help of wire. Yeah, and that's the perfect colour, because it's like a ready, it's like a burgundy, and we've got blue and everything in there. So again, just put that to one side. So we'll do a smaller one. So we should have 3 here. There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, normally I would do the plain side for the wings, but I'm not. I'm going to do the tartan side. We'll just fold them all in half. Silver half crystal. That's it. And there we are. That looks very pretty. And you can put, you know, like little, you know, the silver caps and the gold caps and things like that you get in the bead making and things like that. So if you've got any of that, you could put that on. It would look really pretty. And they even look, you know, they do look nice on a tree. So that's that size. So when you're doing a lace one, you don't have to use two. You can use one, and what you do is you just fold in the two bits like that, just as long as it, and then you get your lace with me, and I think that will, yep. So we'll put that up there. And you can use little bits and pieces. So, and then we'll open that back up. Now I am going to put a little bit of tape on here. So that I can just scrunch rather than use fabric tack. I might still need to use fabric tack, I don't know. Or I might be able to staple it. Right, I'm going to put a bit of tape over the top to keep it in. I'll still need to use fabric tack, I think, to on my trimmets. And all you do is you just set it in like that. Turn that over there. And once you've got your tape in place, and then we'll use fabric tack. I've not got, yep, my fingers are sticking to it. Okay, so I'm just putting fabric tack on these two flaps and a bit up the top, and I'm just going to put some streaky bits down there just to get it to hold. Put that one over the top, I think. And then again, fold this circle in half, and again, if you wanted, you could glue it together, Julie, glue it together. Okay, goes down to there. just gluing this on, turn it over just so, oh crikey, I forgot to put my string on, you silly Willy. So quickly, before that dries, where there's a will, there's a way. So I've got my glue mark. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put my glue mark back down. So don't forget to put your string, you put your string in there before you put your lace in, while you're putting your lace in. Never mind. I've got glue on my fingers. Now I'm just wondering if, yes, I think we can use a big one. And there we are. And again. Of course this is a heavier bead. And we'll put that like that. Oh, just flip them all over. Right, so these are white and cream. White one, I don't think it matters. Right, they're sticking to my fingers. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's got a bit of plastic on it. Put that one there. I think we'll just put some on the wings on this one, because this one's a little bit too tiny. It's another way of using up your diamantes, you know, if you've got a card crafter and you've got that many. Try and use all the ones that was scattered over my desk. Probably a load on the floor, but never mind. So here we've got that one. I'm just letting them dry a little bit, so we'll put some on the wings. On the wings of the little ones. Oops. What you can do is you can put to stop the bead from moving. Obviously you can tighten a knot. But put paper clips on the strings, put more glue on and put paper clips on the strings and leave them. Just put this one at the bottom. These were just, if you do diamond painting, it's another way, you know, the little plastic bits from your diamond painting. My friend does it and she brings me the little plastic. I never thought of that, I should have got them out. So we'll have one of them on there. A dark one. Looks quite pretty when you see it like that, and you can put glitter on them. So these are called tiny trays. I think I got them from Create and Craft, and Create and Craft are no longer operated now. They closed the Ideal World. I think you can still get them from Ideal World, or if you look, just look online. There we are, and we'll do it on this one. Put this back in here. I think there was it was in a pack of 3 or something like that. But the only thing on them is it just says designed, oh, it's Judikins in California, so you'll be able to get them in the States. Tiny trays. I've had them a long time, so she might not do them anymore, I don't know. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go with the gold, and here we've got the, so I hope you get something out of this. As I say, it is a freebie, it is a thank you for all your support. I really do appreciate all the support I get. I can't thank you enough, and the only way I know how to thank you is to do these freebies so that you can you know, you can build up your stash with them. And what I do with them isn't, you know, the only thing you can do with them. We all have our own ideas. We're all different. You know, we all sort of like think, oh, I could do that. If you can do something different, you try it. It's, you know, it's your craft, whatever. So there we are. Oh, I've got my little green one, and I've got my little angel one, so I think she'll go on my tree, on my dining room table, my little white one. So as I said, I do appreciate you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.